Imagine this. You've worked hard your entire life, paid your dues, and finally reached the stage where you can enjoy your pension in peace. But suddenly, out of nowhere, you receive a letter from HMRC. You open it, expecting maybe a routine update, only to find a tax bill you never saw coming. Your heart skips a beat. How can this be happening? Why are you being asked to pay more when you thought everything was already settled? Right now, thousands of UK pensioners are experiencing this exact nightmare. Unexpected HMRC tax bills are landing on doorsteps, leaving many seniors confused, anxious, and even angry. The worst part? Most people have no idea why these bills are being issued, or how to challenge them if they're incorrect. Are you at risk? Could the same thing happen to you, or has it already? In this video, we're going to break down exactly what's going on. We'll explain why so many pensioners are suddenly being hit with these surprise bills, what steps you can take to protect yourself, and how to avoid paying more than you actually owe. You'll also learn the crucial mistakes to avoid, because believe me, HMRC isn't going to make this easy for you to figure out on your own. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have the clarity and confidence you need to take control of your pension and keep more of your hard-earned money where it belongs, in your pocket. If you care about your financial security in retirement, you don't want to miss a single second of this. And if you find this information helpful, please hit the like button right now. It helps more pensioners like you stay informed and protected. First, let's talk about why these unexpected HMRC tax bills are even happening. For many pensioners, the shock comes because they believed their taxes were fully settled through pay, or that their pension income was below the taxable threshold. But here's the twist. When you have more than one source of income in retirement, such as a state pension combined with a private pension, or perhaps a part-time job, HMRC may not always apply the correct tax codes. This can lead to underpayment, and when they eventually realize the error, they issue a bill to collect what they believe is owed. It's not that you've done anything wrong. Often it's a result of miscommunication or errors in how information is processed. Unfortunately, these mistakes fall back on you, the pensioner, and you're left holding a demand for money you may not have budgeted for. Now, think about how unsettling this is. Retirement should be about enjoying the fruits of your labor, not worrying about unexpected debts. Yet, here we are. Many pensioners across the UK are opening envelopes from HMRC only to find out they're being asked to pay hundreds, sometimes even thousands of pounds. Imagine the anxiety this causes, especially for those living on a fixed income. Every penny matters, and an unexpected bill can throw off months of careful planning. The emotional toll is just as heavy as the financial one. Many people are scared to even call HMRC because they feel intimidated or unsure about what to say. But here's something important to understand. Just because HMRC sends you a bill doesn't necessarily mean it's correct. Mistakes happen, and in many cases, these bills can be challenged. The problem is, most people don't realize they have that option. They think they must pay whatever is demanded, no questions asked. This is where awareness becomes your greatest asset. Knowing your rights and understanding how the system works can save you from unnecessary stress and possibly even save you money. One of the most common reasons behind these surprise bills is the incorrect allocation of personal allowance. The personal allowance is the amount of income you can earn tax-free each year. For many pensioners, HMRC allocates this allowance to the wrong source of income, leading to underpaid tax that accumulates over time. Then, months or even years later, they come knocking, demanding payment for what they say you owe. If you've ever had multiple pensions or a combination of pension and work income, this is especially relevant to you. Another issue is that tax codes are often not updated promptly. Let's say you started receiving a new private pension, but HMRC didn't adjust your code quickly enough. You may have been undertaxed for months. Again, this isn't your fault. You trusted the system to work properly, but when it doesn't, you end up with the consequences. This is why it's so crucial to regularly check your tax code and your pension statements. If something doesn't look right, it's better to catch it early rather than wait for a surprise bill to appear later. So, what can you do if you've received one of these tax bills? First, don't panic. Take a deep breath and read the letter carefully. It should outline why HMRC believes you owe money. Then gather all your paperwork, pension statements, P60s, P45s, any correspondence you've had. With this information in hand, you can start to verify whether the amount they're asking for is accurate. If it seems wrong, you have every right to challenge it. You can call HMRC directly, and while it may take time to get through, being prepared with all the facts will help your case. When you call, be polite but firm. Explain that you want to understand how they calculated the amount. Ask them to break it down for you. Sometimes, just by asking questions, you can uncover errors. And if you feel overwhelmed, don't hesitate to seek help from organizations that support pensioners with tax issues. Charities like Age UK and Tax Help for Older People offer free advice and can guide you through the process. You don't have to face this alone. Another tip is to check whether you're eligible for any tax reliefs or allowances you might not have claimed. Many pensioners miss out on benefits simply because they don't know they exist. For example, if you have a lower income, you might be entitled to the married couple's allowance or blind person's allowance. Claiming these can reduce your tax bill, and in some cases, you might even get a refund. It's worth exploring all your options because every bit helps. Let's also talk about payment options. Even if the bill is correct and you do owe the money, HMRC often allows you to set up a payment plan rather than paying the full amount up front. This can make the situation far less stressful, spreading the cost over several months. The key is to contact them as soon as possible, rather than ignoring the bill. Ignoring it can lead to penalties and make the problem much worse. Some pensioners are also asking, "Can I just refuse to pay?" The answer is no, you can't simply refuse. But you can dispute the amount if it's incorrect, and you can negotiate how you'll pay if it's valid. The worst thing you can do is bury your head in the sand. Taking action, even if it's just to ask questions, is always better. Now, why is this happening more often now? Partly, it's due to the increasing complexity of retirement income. Years ago, most people had a single pension source, but today, many have multiple pots from different jobs, combined with the state pension. This makes the tax system harder to manage and increases the chance of mistakes. Add to that the fact that HMRC is under pressure and sometimes understaffed, and errors slip through the cracks. Sadly, those errors often fall on the shoulders of pensioners. You might also be wondering, will this keep happening in the future? The truth is, unless there are reforms to simplify the tax system for retirees, this risk will remain. That's why staying informed is your best defense. Keep an eye on your tax codes, review your statements regularly, and don't be afraid to ask questions. The more proactive you are, the less likely you'll be caught off guard. I know this all sounds like a lot to take in, but remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about how your taxes work, the more control you'll have over your financial future. And that's what we all want, to enjoy our retirement without unnecessary worries. Before we wrap up, let me say this. You're not alone in facing these challenges. Thousands of pensioners are in the same boat, and by sharing information, we can all help each other stay one step ahead. If you've experienced this yourself, consider leaving a comment below and sharing your story. It might just help someone else who's feeling lost right now. And here's my final piece of advice. Don't wait until a bill lands on your doorstep to take action. Check your tax codes now. Review your income sources. Make sure everything adds up. It's a small effort that can save you a lot of stress down the road. So my friends, if you found this video helpful, if it opened your eyes to something you didn't know, please give it a thumbs up. When you hit that like button, you're not just supporting this channel, you're helping other pensioners discover this crucial information too. Let's spread the word so fewer people have to face these nasty surprises alone. Stay informed, stay empowered, and I'll see you in the next video.